Okay, you should be good to go.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Okay, I'm going to be writing a paper on the Holocaust for a history class. So the first thing I'm going to do is go to Google Chrome because that's the browser that I like to use. And I'm just going to Google Holocaust history. I'm using that because I'm writing it for a history class and I'm trying to just kind of get like a basic overview of like it in general. So I'm going to go, let's see. We got history.com. Here's a timeline. I like visual like things, so I'm going to do the timeline. Okay, so this one is good because it just breaks it down into the years. So you don't have like all the extra fluff since it's a timeline. It's just like straight up what actually happened. This one isn't very detailed though. And it has some errors on it. So I don't really know if I trust this website, so I'm gonna try to find another one. It says it has spelling errors on it. It doesn't make me feel that great about it. BBC, just because I trust the BBC's information. See, this is just an article on denying the Holocaust, so that's not really what I want. Since I really like the timeline, I'm gonna search history timeline. Try to find like a better timeline. Here's one. Yeah, this one. There's a lot of stuff. And this one just doesn't really have that much detailed information. Germany invades Denmark and Norway. Okay, like why though? But I think I'm gonna save this one because I just kind of wanted a basic timeline so that I would have the dates, and then I can fill in the other information. So I'm gonna save that one. I'm gonna look up Holocaust history again. Oops, I mean timeline. And I'm gonna look up a summary just because I'm don't want to have to read like through tons of stuff. That has a lot, obviously. This one's pretty good. History.com. Now I mostly just keep up with I'm gonna save this one too. I'm just like opening new tabs and then I'll use the multiple tabs to like pull information from. Let me think. I want like if I was like actually I would want like quotes because I feel like I always like to use quotes because I don't know, it like adds extra words and takes up a good amount of space in research papers. But sometimes the like Pinterest, like I don't trust that. Like this is from the United States Holocaust Memorial Museum, so this one because it gives you the name of who said it and the words that they said it in and the date, so you don't really have to go and like try to find all that information separately. So right now I have a timeline with a basic overview, and then I've got the kind of like a more detailed, like actual description, summary of the events, and I have quotes. And I'll like think about like the way I like to do my papers is like obviously intro and then body paragraphs. So right now like I've got the gist for the body paragraph, a quote for the intro, but I do want to find out like more of like the effects, like the after effects. The aftermath, there we go. So it looks like this United States Holocaust, United States Holocaust Memorial Museum has a lot of good information on it. It has a Holocaust encyclopedia. Yeah, this goes into like a good amount of detail. Alright. So I'm gonna save that tab too. And I'm gonna look up Holocaust information just to see what that brings up versus history. So now here's an introduction. Here's 33 facts you should know, which is interesting to read. This is like a good place to find like, what is that about education? I like this website because it gives the author's name. I think a lot of websites it's hard to find like the actual author's name for some reason. So when you go to sort it, or cite it, it becomes very difficult because you can't find them who actually wrote it. Wow, 1.1 million people were killed at Auschwitz alone. That's crazy. Yeah, this gives like a good kind of like statistics that you could add in places. Because it's like what I said, like 30 facts. So like the largest ghetto was in Warsaw with the highest population, reaching 44. So like you can use that kind of information for like actual statistics inside of the research paper, because you know you need actual numbers too to kind of like support what you're talking about. What was that? I'm gonna save that one. But I have a good amount. I'm just gonna look up Holocaust now, just plain Holocaust, and see what comes up. Wikipedia keeps coming up, but I've been told numerous times not to use Wikipedia. This is just Auschwitz right here. Just scary. I don't really like that website because the font's super small. Wow, this one has some good images. Some sad images. Every morning at 4 to 5 a.m. Wow, that's so sad. Oh yeah, I like that one. I like this website because it gives you like a ton of pictures too. So it's not just like has 45 photos. It says World War II photos. So no, not as useful if you're writing like a research paper. You know, you don't really need pictures, but for like a presentation or something, this should be really good. Yeah, that one has like a lot of images. And there's Anne Frank. 40, like this goes on forever. That's a really good website. The Atlantic. I'm gonna look up Holocaust facts. This one's factretriever.com, 91 important facts. 1.1 million children died. Wow. Yeah, this website's pretty good. 90 something facts. Yeah, this one has a good bit of information too. I would save this one because it has like it broken down into facts, so it's not as difficult to read. It's just really hard to read like black and white, like giant paragraphs and stuff. And like I said, I mostly just keep the tabs open. So now I have like 6 tabs or 7 tabs, all with like different kinds of information. So when I went to like write my paper, I would just go to each tab and pull what I needed to pull, and that way I would have the website so that I could source it or cite it to, and I wouldn't have to go back and like look it up again. So yeah.
Yeah, I'm done. Great. Okay.
I didn't hit stop. I don't know.
Perfect. This is Ella Greer. She's our, you remember Ella. So what we're going to do is I'm going to come up here
Okay.
and stop the recording.